Thanks for being here and look forward to working out with you today. So you notice that on Tuesdays now I have the metal poles in. The reason I do that is we obviously always use the yellow poles, which are the destination. If you're using the yellow poles, you're on the fastest route to connection of brain and feeling the body. Because the metal poles, you can actually use those and actually mix. They have the flex in there because it forces your feet and legs to do more of the work. However, the reason I created the metal poles, and I do use the metal poles as well, is they're the safest poles out there. And so if your balance or your need requires extra stabilization and balance, the metal poles are invaluable. And then what we do is then you'll change them out. And if you're a little nervous, we'll keep one metal pole in and put one yellow pole in. So you can feel the flex and still have that metal pole as well. And then when you feel confident, you can move both the yellow poles in. If you're doing the chair workout or the wheelchair workout, then that's really important that you have to have the metal poles because they do give that extra stabilization. But once you get on those yellow poles, it's all body, and I love that. Good morning, Rosa. Good to see you. All the way down, lower down. Normally you're the first one on here, Rosa, so it's nice to see you actually taking a little bit of time and letting other people jump in first. Okay, Bob, great to see you, Bob. Look forward to you joining us today and going through this workout. Tuesdays is simple. It's really feeding the body again and going through a slower workout, but making sure that connection is super strong from the brain to the body and increase that messaging so you can really feel what's happening and eventually subconsciously feel what's happening. And when that happens, that's when you got the freedom to go and enjoy life. Kurt, good morning. I'm sure it was a cooler weekend down there in Arizona. I know it was cooler up here. Some of that is because of the fires, and we want to thank the firefighters and all those first responders that are doing an amazing job out here. And there's so much smoke that is covering the sun and keeping it a little bit cooler. But again, wishing everybody safety, health, and survival into thrival. There's no such word as thrival, but survival into thrival is something that we just came up with. Angie, good morning. Thanks for being here as always. Everybody is so welcome and so appreciate being here. So thanks for being here as well. Diana, always here. That's awesome. Good to see you always, Diana, as well. I know you bring a great energy with you to the class. Rosa, you're glad you got fresh water today. Well done. I know I'm not the greatest at refreshing the water quick, but I always have water there. It's just better when it's not a couple of days old. And that's you again, Diana. Beth, good to see you here. Thanks for being here. It's again just great to have everybody here because you add so much energy to it. I also want to say hi to Vicky. Vicky does these workouts later. She always is commenting and saying that she can't make this time of the day. I know she's going to be doing these in the evening. So Vicky, keep up with the great work. Pat, good to see you. You're not just, it says Pat is watching. I know you're not watching, you're working. So great to have you here. Barbara, great to see you back in here as well. Autumn, great to see you here. I don't know, Autumn, have we trained together before? Well, it's great to have you here. And love the name as well. We're sitting in autumn. Summer's almost over and we're going to autumn. Yeah, Pat, good afternoon. I apologize. It's not just good morning, but hopefully you had a good morning and now it's a great afternoon. Barbara, it's you again. I love hearing from Barbara. She's awesome. Hope things are going great for you, Barbara. Autumn's there. Good morning, Ralph. Great to see you, Kimberly. Ralph is a beast. There's a few people in here that, you know, he's super smart. He's a beast in the workouts and he keeps me on my toes. So keeping me on my toes, I'm going to make sure you're on your toes as well in there, Ralph. Kimberly, great to see you. Thanks so much for the messages as well. Always leaving great messages. And all of you, thanks so much for the energy and messaging that you give as well. And then we have Terry. Good morning, Terry. Great to see you back again. And hopefully it's a great morning for you. Betsy, here's Betsy. I love all the comments that you're constantly leaving, Betsy. Great motivation, inspiration, and help for others as well. We know that you're living it. Autumn, it's your first time here. So Tuesdays are great. We go at our own level. So if you want to do the exercise I'm doing faster, Do double the amount, hold a little bit longer, go slower. Know that this is always about you. You go at your speed and you don't have to keep up or there is no timing with these exercises because it's all about feel. There's no one time that fits everybody, but there's exercises that will help everybody. So I'll try and do some adaptations today. But again, if you're using the board and you feel that you need extra stability, obviously we've got the metal poles you can get. And I tell people if they're scared to get on the board, put it in front of your sofa or put a soft chair behind you so that if at any point you don't feel comfortable, you can just sit back and know that you're safe. Donna, great to see you as well. Always good to see you, Donna. I'm doing fantastic. I hope that you're doing great as well. I hope you're doing fantastic, actually. I don't want it to be, I want all of us to be great. So this is my message for today. And thank you. There's Vicky. She did check in. I left you a message a little bit earlier, Vicky. Maybe you got that. I'll see you on YouTube later. And yes, I wish you could join in, but you're here and that energy is great. So to everybody that left messages, you would have seen that I put a post up as to what's your goal, what's your dream. Tell me what's the other. People say, I want to walk again. I'm like, that's fantastic. We're going to help you get to walk again, but you've got to do the work. We're here to support you. However, I don't want you to sit there. I want you to think far beyond, because take it not for granted, but take it that you're going to be able to walk again. If you were walking again and we're going to help you get there, what would you want to do? Because just walking again is part of the journey. And this is why I say some people wrote in and said, I want to go to Italy again, or I want to go hiking, I want to go to Hawaii, I want to play with my grandchildren, I want to be able to get on the floor and get up again and feel free. That's the things that I want you to tap into. Because if we just think of walking again, that becomes the finish line. But if we think of going to the highest level of our dreams, our goals, things we never thought we'd do again, then just walking again becomes part of the process. And we think far beyond. Now, the reason I say that, and this is so important, the goal has to be greater than the effort it takes to achieve it. Or as humans, we tend to slack off and eventually quit, right? There's always an excuse. And the ones that win, the ones that get across the finish line, the ones that celebrate are the ones that don't find excuses. They stay committed. So the big thing for me, the goal has to be greater than the effort it takes to achieve it. Now, there's a lot of effort learning to walk, getting your balance, recovering from injuries or suffering with a disease that you're fighting back against and going to be victorious. So think about the end result and take the journey past it. And that's why I'm going to write about this on a Facebook post. So thank you so much for those that reached out and said about their goals and dreams. I want you to dream the biggest. I want you to dream the boldest, the bravest, the most exciting, realistic, but at the same time, something that will show you've passed the midpoint. I call the midpoint is regaining your mobility, regaining your balance. And that's the midpoint where what are we going to do with it once we get it? You don't settle with that. We live. Chad, great to see you. Oh, you had a bit of issues signing on. If I worked for I certainly don't work for Facebook because they shut me down. So I wish I could help you, but I'm not the greatest at the modern day tech stuff. But I'm glad to see you here. Donna, great to see you here as well. And Kim Byers, good luck today. Kim's taking an examination or has a test or with Pilates today. So Kim, safe drive, safe travels, and good luck today. With that being said, I've been talking for quite a while. Let's get on with the workout, but don't forget, always have a goal greater than just the recovery. And I want to keep hearing about that. And my greatest joy would be when you send me pictures of you doing things you never thought you'd do again. All right. Here we go. Workout's on. Okay. Just rocking the board side to side. And I want you to feel your weight as the board rocks. I want you to feel your weight pushing onto your right leg, onto your left leg. Push onto your right. You're keeping both feet on the ground, but I want you to feel that weight pushing side to side. So I can feel I'm transferring my weight to the right, and the board helps me solid. I push to the left. I push to the right. I push to the left. And we're going to start today with foot workouts. Now, for those of you that are new, and it's great to have you here, Autumn, and anybody else that's new as well, notice how I have a red shoe on my right foot and a blue shoe on my left foot, just to help you visually. The easiest thing to think, right begins with R and red begins with R. That's why I do this, so that you can follow along and not get confused. Okay, what I want you to do, hold the ball in the middle now. Just lift your right knee forward, left knee forward. Right knee forward. Now keep your toes on the ground. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what's happening. So I'm just doing this motion, right? Just bending my knees and keeping my foot. We're just waking those feet up. Now as you do this, I want you to put the weight onto your toes. So I lift my left knee forward and then I shift some of my weight onto that toe. Again, the board will hold you. The poles will be there nice and solid. Just leaning and pushing. So I'm loosening up those toes. I'm getting the blood flow all the way down through the feet, and I'm strengthening my toes, because toes are so important for pushing back, especially subconsciously before you realize that you're off balance, with the strength of the toe. Okay, good. We're going to build on that. What I want you to do is lift up your right knee. So my toe is still down. Now just roll to my little toe, roll to my big toe, come back to the middle and place it down. Push the left knee forward. Now roll just by pushing my knee out. I go onto my little toe. I roll it in onto my big toe. I come back to the middle and down. We go again. Push on the toe. Push the knee out. Push the knee in. Back to the middle and down. Push the left knee up. Roll to the little toe. Roll to the big toe. Back to the middle and down. One more time. Right knee, out. Feel it roll across your toes. Roll back to the middle and down. Left knee, up, roll to the out, little toe, roll all the way across your toes to the inside, come back to the middle and down. Excellent. All I want you to do, just bend your knees a little bit and shake those legs. If you notice, I'm just wobbling those knees little side to side. I want you to feel when you're doing that, how solid your feet feel on the ground, and stop and come back up. Great. So the next thing we're going to do, moving on, put your weight onto your left leg. So I feel like 90% is on my left leg. The board can go a little bit with you if you want, and if you're unstable, let it touch the ground, or keep it. Now lift your right foot up. Now bring your right foot and touch your calf on your left leg. Take the leg back, place it down. Rock to the other side. Now I want you to do this slow. Lift and hold. In and hold. Out and hold. Down. Go the other side. Here. Lift. Notice I haven't brought my foot in yet. I'm balancing. In. Balance. Hold. Out. And down. Now I'm going to do this with my board staying in the middle. Lift. Hold. In. Hold. Out. Hold. And down. One more time each side. Board stays in the middle if you can. Right hold. In hold. Out hold. Down. Last one on the left. Lift hold. In hold. Out hold. Great job. Even if you find you're wobbling, it's okay, because you're developing that ability to balance. Very good. Now what I want you to do is I want you to now step on your left foot and lift your right knee. Now push the board slightly to the right so your handle is on the ground. And if you feel confident enough, take the left hand off and touch your foot, and now bring it back and change feet. So push the board to the left, stand on your right foot, take your right hand, touch your ankle or your foot, bring it back down. So push. Now I'm going to take this. I lift my left leg, my right hand goes, I'm down. Push, lift, here, and down. So rock, lift, touch, down. Rock, lift, touch, down. Now we're going to see, keep it at that speed if you feel good. What I want you to do, if you want to increase it, we're just going to go like this. Touch, down, touch, down, touch, down, touch, down, touch, down, touch, down. Now, if this is a little tough for you, just touch the knee. I should have started off with this one, but just touch the knee if it's a little tough. Now, I'll tell you why I'm doing this one. A lot of times, and I know Bob Eubanks had a tough time with this one, but he couldn't put his pants on, which was really frustrating without having to sit down. Well, eventually, he was able to stand up and put his pants on. Sounds silly, right? Thinking about it. But the reality is it's mobility and balance. Good, come and stand still. Now what I want you to do, and you're going to challenge yourself on this one. If you want, just keep it basic. Lift your foot and hold. I'm showing you the basic one. Change feet. Lift your right leg and hold. Lift your left leg and hold. Keep doing this one and keeping the board balanced in the middle if you don't feel confident. Now, this is what I want you to do. If you feel confident, knee up, touch your knee, hands and down. Lift. Both hands touch your knee, here and down. Up. Both hands, here and down. Up. Both hands, here and down. Good. All I want you to do here is just a couple of little butt kickers. Autumn, for whoever's new, butt kickers are just where you just lift your heel up here so that, again, we're loosening the thighs up. It's not really much effort. We're going to do that one more time, and we're going to take it even more advanced. Now, let me show you a couple of adaptations that we do have. We've got the one here where you just balance. We've now got where there's two hands, but if you'd like, just use one hand. If you feel confident or you need to hold on to those poles a little longer, right? Now we've got the one where we have two hands going. And now I'm going to take you to the ultimate level. You're going to lift and try and touch your foot and come back. Lift, touch your foot and come back. So pick the one that's best for you. And here we go. Are you ready? Right leg, touch the foot, up and down. Left leg, touch the foot, up and down. Right leg, touch, up and down. And you'll notice when you go to touch, you'll lean forward just a little bit to get there. Now, notice when you lift your leg and lean forward, notice how you feel the pressure on the toes on the foot that's staying on the ground. I'll say that again. Think about the pressure of the toes on the ground, of the foot that's on the ground. As you lean forward slightly, feel that pressure. Last one each side. Here. Last one coming up. Lift, touch, here and down. Now, that's our warm-up. Great bunch of exercises. Reason being is we're really working on balance and getting that toe activation of feeling strength, which is why we started with the exercise of just rocking on the toes and pushing on them. So here we go, just a little side stepping, nice and easy, just to begin to change the exercises. We're now going to go on to the tapping. This is going to be quick today. I always like to start with tapping or a form of tapping because it gets our balance really good on the foot we're standing on while the other leg is working independently. Here we go. On the floor, what I want you to do now is tap on one, down, one, down. One, down, keeping the board centered and still in the center. One more time, right and left. Here we go, right, down, left. Now we're going to tap 1, 2 down. 1, 2, down, left. 1, 2, down. And if you notice, if you look down at the board, you'll see the numbers 1, 2, and 3. The 1 is inside the hole, closest to the middle. The 2 is between the hole and the pole. And then 3 obviously is outside of those poles. Now, once you know the foot positions and where they are, you don't really need to look at the numbers. You can just check your foot placement and know where you're going. Last one, here we go. 1, 2, down. Now we're going to go 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3, down. And don't underestimate, if you're more advanced on this board, don't underestimate the value of this exercise. It's the basic. And sometimes when I do this, I think I'm pretty good at it. But sometimes I notice my balance is a little off and it helps my brain retrain the specific pressure points. Okay, if you want to advance this a little bit more, lift the knee higher. 1, 2, 3, down. And if you're not quite so confident, you can even tap the back of the board. You don't even have to tap the top of the board. You pick the exercise that's where you're at, just so that you begin to feel. We don't want to jump ahead. We want to make sure the foundation is great. Last one on the left. 1, 2, 3. Now the last one we're going to do, I call this one the typewriter. I remember when I was a kid, my mum was a secretary, and I'd always hear click, 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 ding, click, 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 ding, click, 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 ding. And I was like, oh man, it used to drive me crazy, but only as a kid, because you'd hear that ding going all the time, but she could type fast. So the last thing we do before a drink of water, we're going to bring the typewriter in. You're going to tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, slide the foot back to the center and lift it down. Watch one time again on the left. Tap, 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 ding, down. Are you ready? Here we go, right side. 1, 2, 3, slide the board and lift it down. Now you'll notice when you slide on the ground, when you slide your foot on the board, there shouldn't be any pressure, but you can feel that your foot's on the board, but all your weight is on the supporting leg. Great exercise to build the strength in the leg that's on the ground, to give you the freedom to be balanced on the leg while the other one is moving. This is one of the most important exercises that I worked with Bob Eubanks on, because he had a hard time walking and he was shuffling along the ground, as we see so many people do. And the reason this was different is because it gave him the freedom and confidence to lift his foot off of the ground and walk normally. Last one each side. 1, 2, 3, slide, lift, down. 1, 2, 3, slide, lift, and down. End of the warm-up. We're going to be moving on. Before we do, you know what you got to do. It's water time. So again, when people shuffle, it's not because they don't have a strong body, because as I've proven, muscles have nothing to do with balance. Muscles have everything to do with strength and stamina and the stabilization of the skeletal structure. But what's so important is the ability to lift the leg to be balanced, because when people walk and they shuffle, they do this because they're scared to do this. And that all comes down to the ability to be able to lift one leg off and balance. Okay. Push the board to the right, step on the number 2, lift your leg, step back. So we're just going 2, lift, back, back. Let the board touch the ground first if you're new. So for autumn, let the board touch the ground and then step so you feel confident. For those of you that are a little bit more advanced, you can step on it and let it touch as you're stepping on. So we're just here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what I want you to do now is step on 2, lift your leg. Good. Hold and balance. Now, touch the pole, bring it back in, step back. Step up on the 2, lift your right leg, touch the pole, bring it back in. Great exercise for strengthening and loosening up the hip. Up, touch. It's also great for working the stabilization muscles. Up, out, in, down. We're going to go 4 more. Here we go. 1. It's so good. It engages your core. The leg that you're standing on is adjusting its pressure points. 2 to go. Good. And last one. Up. Good. And down. Great. So now we're going to go into what I call the crossover step. So the brain starts working at taking the body across. So take your right foot, step on number 2. I want you to lift your knee up, touch the pole with the inside, and step back. Left foot goes to 2. Lift your leg, touch the pole, bring it out slightly, step behind carefully, and step down. Here we go again, step across. So go 1, lift, touch, out, down, back, and turn to the front. Here we go. Left foot goes to up, lift, soft touch, out, step, back, turn to the front. Right foot, step, lift the left, touch the pole, out, back, in, face the front, and left foot steps across, lift, touch the pole with the inner thigh, out, step behind carefully, down. 2 more times each side. Here we go. Right, lift, touch, out, back, turn, face the front. Left foot, 2, lift, touch, out, back, carefully, face the front. 1 more time each side. 2, lift, touch, out, back, small step, face the front. Here we go. 2, lift, touch, back, down. Here we go, and face the front. Very good. So what we've got here, we just did was the V-step lifting and working the outside movement. Now we've gone across and used the inside movement, so we're strengthening up the hip area. And what's great is you're really working on single leg balance and movement. So the brain is thinking balance, but movement, so we're multitasking. Great for going to those highest goals you have. Okay, let's step up. Step up on 2 and 2. All I want you to do is just rock nice and easy, side to side. What just happened? Oh. I can't tell whether this just turned off or not. Am I still there? It just said that I had a problem with my internet, so hopefully I'm still working. Can you guys see me? Someone give me a thumbs up if I'm still here. Am I still here? Please? Someone give me a thumbs up if I am. There's no thumbs up. Oh, there's a thumbs up. Okay, thank you. All right, so I just said that my Wi-Fi had gone out. Everyone's thumbs up now. That's good. I didn't want to keep going if it's not, and that's the problem, as we know, with the thumbs. A lot of thumbs up coming. Okay, good. Push on the right. All I want you to do is walk. You're lifting, you're putting your foot back on the number 2, so it's a slightly wider stance. And notice now how the pressure points are working on the inside of your foot. You'll feel the inside of your foot, the foot that's staying on the board, is working in here nice and easy. And you'll feel more work going on your big toe. Thanks everyone for responding. I appreciate it, because I didn't want to keep going and leave people. There you are, good. Now what I want you to do is just come and balance, and with the leg, push. Lift, balance, push. And the way that you'll learn to push is keep your body weight on one side, push with the leg, and then transfer your body. So push, lift, push, lift, push, lift. The push of my leg is causing the board to change direction, not the fact that I'm actually leaning my body, because I could just lean and just rock. I want you to feel push, lift, push, lift, push, lift. Last one, lift, good. Come and find your balance. This is always the fun part. Find that balance in the middle. There you go. You're finding that peace, that moment of just feeling nice and relaxed. There you go, good. Now just rock a little bit, but what I want you to do, and this is another exercise we may have done very early on or a couple of times, but kind of new. As soon as the board touches the ground, I want you to push. So you go so slow that you can feel it and you react. So I begin to feel the pull, I react. I begin, I react. As soon as the board touches the ground, don't over push, but react. Now let me explain to you why this is such a good exercise. When you begin to lose your balance or feel off balance, there's a moment you begin to realize what's happening. And the reaction time either is the difference between falling or stumbling or coming back to center. So the ability on this one to feel the board touch and push, feel the board touch and push, is the reaction time no different than I'm beginning to feel I'm off balance, let's correct it before it even becomes a problem. Good. And again, great little exercise to work on, that you feel and you react. You feel and you react. Now, come and find your balance in the middle. Good. Now, what I want you to do is push down with your left foot, step off of the board, and all we're going to do, and this is the squatting exercise, when you go to squat, the first thing you do is you stick your butt out slightly. So your butt goes out and then you bend down so your knees aren't doing this. I don't want you to do this because that puts pressure on your knees, and anybody with knee problems or knee recovery or bone on bone is going to put stress on the knees. So the first thing you do, butt goes backwards and then bend your knees almost as if you're sitting backwards, but you're not because your body is staying over your knees too. All right, here we go. So we're going to build this into a board exercise. So butt goes back, small little squat, and come and stand up. 3 of these, that's 1. Butt goes out, go into a squat, come and stand back up. Last one, butt goes out, go into a squat, come and stand back up. Now, step on 2 and 2, up on the board, find your balance. We've got 3 squats here. So your butt goes out, you go into a squat. Don't worry that you're wobbling, and stand back up. Butt goes out, go into a squat. And you'll notice if you're wobbling, notice how the thighs are changing the power. Butt goes out, last one. Come and sit back down and stand back up. So as you're wobbling, push your left leg onto the ground. As you're wobbling in here, notice how the muscles are making the difference as your brain says, I need to put the pressure here to be balanced. So like I said, the brain figures the balance, the muscles give you the support and strength. Here we go. Butt goes out, 3 squats. Bend and stand. And butt goes out, bend and stand. And last one, butt goes back, bend the knees a little bit. Only go as far as there's no pain and step back up. Let's get back up on the board. Nice and easy, just rock side to side. We're going to do 1 more set of these afterwards. I'm going to do it slightly different, slightly different. Are you ready? Here you go. Find your balance. Butt goes out. Small knee bend. Don't let the knees come in. Make sure the knees stay in alignment with your legs and your thighs. Butt goes out. Keep those knees over your feet. There's 2. And last one coming up. Butt goes out. Go into the small knee bend. And come and stand back up again. Good. Now we're going to step back. This is the last one. What I want you to do, and just watch the first one. Butt goes out, bend your knees, take one hand off of the pole and push yourself back up. Now don't do it yet. You also have the advanced option. Butt goes out, go down, put both hands on and push with your hands back up to the poles. You choose the one that's best. You've got both hands stay on the poles. One hand goes and pushes off of the leg, or both hands go on and push off. Here we go, we've got 3 of these. Butt goes out, go down, hands on, and push with your hands back up and grab the pole. That's 1. And only go as deep as you feel comfortable. Butt goes out, goes down, put one hand on or both, push yourself back up, and that's 2. And the last one, here we go. Butt goes out, squat, hands, and push your body back up as you straighten your legs. Now, the reason I'm doing that exercise is we're going to be working over the next lot of weeks on how to get back up off of the floor and this, or get out of a chair. When you go to get out of a chair, lean forward, put your hands on your thighs, and push forward and up, and your upper body will help move that, or your arms will help move that upper body back into alignment. Okay, great job. So now we're going to go on to the next exercise. I want you to take, I'm going to turn my board slightly sideways so you can see. All I want you to do is take your foot back and bend and come back again. Are you ready? Right foot, back, bend, up. Back, bend, up. And back, right foot back, bend, up. And you can use your hands if you want to push on the poles to help you come back up again. So I'm bend and back. I'm not going really far back with my leg. It's just enough. What I want you to feel is my weight is on my left leg, but my right leg is pushing me back up. Both legs are working, But think, my weight's on my right leg, but my left leg is also pushing me forward and up. So I'm here, forward and up. 2 more after this one. 1 more time, right leg goes back and push, and left leg goes back and push. Good. Let me turn the board back around again because I want to show you how this is going to work now. You're now going to step up on the number 1. All I want you to do is go back off of the board, step up, bring the left foot to number 1, rock across, step like you're going backwards, but then you're going to push back up. Now, before we start this one, let me explain why this one's so good. This is thighs. This is building your strength to go up and down stairs. Because notice how one leg is in front, the weight is on that one leg, and we're pushing to bring the body up and together. So let's start off. Here we go. Keep your left foot on the board. Take your right leg back. Almost go in. I'm beginning to go back and I push back up. And notice how the left leg's working. Let's reverse it. Right leg stays on the board. Go back. Notice you got weight on your back foot, but the strength is in your right leg, and push back up. Let's switch. So we're back and up. Switch. Back and push up. Switch. Back and push up. Really work the muscle on the front leg, and the back leg. Make sure that as you step backwards, you're solid. It will help with your balance and guidance to keep your weight over the front leg. There you go, good. Back, up, and back, up. Good, just come to the middle, just rock that board, push your hip now. So my hip goes, I'm skiing in this skiing mode. I can't remember who it was, someone said they want to go, oh, your husband loves skiing. I wish I could remember who it was that was saying it. And you want to get fit so you can be strong to help your husband get strong so you can go skiing again. That's beautiful, I love it. And this is an exercise that will help him get strong. We're working the hips, we're working the thighs, they're working in here, we're strengthening the knees. If you notice, you're actually working your ankles as well. The ankle closest to the side you're leaning is the one that's working the most. There you go. Excellent. Awesome, there you go. All right, good. Now, I've got a new exercise for you to try, but before we do, it's water time. I can feel I'm sweating, and that reminded me I need water. So step back off of the board, grab your water, open the bottle. Oh, it tastes so good. Okay, let me explain this next exercise to you. It's a single leg stand that's going to be critical. So what I do is put my right foot in the middle, step up and put your left foot on number 1. So you'll notice you're leaning to the left. So your right foot is in the middle, your left foot is number 1. All I want you to do is lift your left foot up to your calf and find that balance. It's as simple as that. You'll notice how you're aware of the inside and outside. Push down on 1, so the board will rock. Come back to the middle on your right foot and find that balance. We got 4 more to go. Here we go. Push down. Bring your hips over your right leg. Find that balance. That's 3. We're halfway. Push down. Come back to the middle. 4. This is a great exercise. If you're having a hard time with this, because again, it's tough, don't worry. If the board goes side to side, keep your body in the middle of the poles, keep your body upright, and you're solid and you're strong. If the board begins to go to the side, just use those hands to pull the board back to the middle if your foot's not strong enough. Last one, we may have done 6 actually already. There you go. And step back off of the board. Now take your left foot. Put your left foot in the middle, right in the middle of the board. If I took my hands off of the poles and I pushed, the board shouldn't rock left or right. If I do this and the board goes to the side, that means my foot isn't quite in the center, or I'm not pushing in the middle of my foot. Now step up, put your right foot on number 1. So your feet are together, but the board's to the side. Now lift your right foot, board comes to the middle. There's 1 balance. Right foot down, lift it up. That's 2 balance. Push down. I love it when I feel that bead of sweat run down my back from mid-back all the way down to my lower back. I know I'm working. That's 3 done. Lift your right foot. That's 4. Push down. Come back to the middle. Push on those feet. 5. Last one. We're here. Come back. Push. Hold that balance. Good. And step back off of the board. We're going to do this exercise one more time, but we're going to be switching. Watch how this works. Put your right foot in the middle. You can do it with me, actually. Put your right foot in the middle. Step up. Put your left foot on number 1. Now, find the balance. Push your left foot down. Take your right foot to number 1. Put your left foot in the middle. And then try and find that balance. So we're swapping feet each time. So push down on the right foot. Put the left on number 1. Push to the left. Right goes in the middle. Now find your balance. Push the left foot down. Take the right foot to number 1. Bring the left foot to the middle. Lift the right foot and find that balance. Push down. 1, 2, 3, and lift. Left foot. 1, 2, in the middle 3, and lift. Fun little exercise to do if you're watching TV at night. You can just do this while you're watching TV. Just swap the feet and try and find that balance, especially the rocking exercise that I love so much. When you're just watching TV on your own and you're rocking side to side, when the commercials come on, try and do this. And you can do it quick. You could even do it this speed, where I'm just here and then it's down, down, single, hold. Down, down, single, hold. Great job. Put your left foot down, put your right foot to number 1, and let's just rock side to side just to loosen up those legs that were just working. Great job again. Okay, last exercise we're going to do before we go across the board, and then we're going to go on to our last little cardio workout. This again is beginning the exercise of going to the ground, but it's great to do no matter what. What I want you to do is stand with your feet together. Take your right foot back. Now, use your hands to hold onto the poles and go as low as you feel comfortable. Hold it there for a second and push back up. Change feet. My right foot, this is similar to the exercise obviously we just did. I can slide down to here. I'm going to hold for a second in this position. I can use my arms and then push back up again. Let's do it one more time. Back, bend, hold. You'll feel most of your weight on that front leg. If you want, you can even bounce on it a little bit to get that muscle working even stronger. Good, and come back up. Change leg, bend that leg. My weight's on my right leg. I'm here and just a little bounce as if I was pushing up, but I'm not pushing all the way up. So I'm strengthening that thigh muscle. Good, and come back. Give me a couple of butt kickers because I can feel those thighs were working. Now, if you feel that that's as far as you want to go, repeat that again as I do the next exercise. We're going to move on to the next one. Take your leg back, slide your hands down and let your back knee touch the ground. So all we've done, now what I want you to do is just kind of come halfway up a little bit and then let your knee go to the ground again. A little bit, let your knee go to the ground. Now we're going to go all the way up. Push all the way up and come back to the center. And you may be working really hard with that upper body to pull you, but that's good because we've got to have upper body strength to be able to get back up. Take your left leg back, slide your hands down. Only go as far as you feel comfortable, but if you feel good, take that back knee to the ground. Now lean your body forward, use your arms. You begin to come up, but you're going to go back down again. You begin to come up, you go back down again. Now the third one, we're going all the way up. Are you ready? Push on your right leg, pull with your arms, and push with your left foot so you go diagonally up. Push, go, we're up. Very good. Try it again. We're going to do it a little bit faster now, where you go back, right foot, slide. Now we're going to come straight back up again. Push up and come to the middle. Again, only go as low as you feel comfortable. Take your left foot back, go down. Notice how my legs stay in a straight line here. I want my muscles now go. Push and pull with those arms. Good. We're going to go one more time, and I'm going to let the advanced section now take over as well. We go to here. You go to here. Now, if you feel comfortable, take your left hand and your right hand, or keep your hands here, or try this and then go to the poles and push on your knee and push with your legs so you come back up again. Let's try it with the other side. Left foot goes back. I slide to the ground. I put my hands, and if you try this and you don't feel comfortable, use the poles. My hands, my right hand goes on my knee. Whichever is the front leg, that hand goes on first. Other one goes, and you're going to push as if you're doing push-ups with your arms and push with your legs. So I push my upper body, I push with my legs, and I'm back up. That's all we're going to do today. And I'm going to post videos on here of the system for getting up off of the ground. Because once you feel strong doing it, it doesn't become a recovery as far as I've fallen, I've got to get up, or I'm down, I've got to figure out. Now it becomes part of, I'm going up and down, I'm getting down to play with my grandchildren, I'm standing back up again. I feel strong, I feel confident, because as you know, confidence is everything. If you're scared and think you can't get back up again, you don't want to go down. But once you realize, if I'm down, I can get back up, it's okay, now you can play. And that's what I want in life, I want you to play. And I'm going to show you from a lying position as we go on over the weeks. We're going to keep doing this for a couple of lessons, and then I'm going to show you the further. Some of you have done it, but it's so critical we continue to work on this. Okay, what I want you to do, grab some water really quickly, because that is a tough exercise. The last exercise we're going to do before we finish with our cardio, and I'm going to challenge you today, is come and step to the right of the board. All I want you to do is put your left foot on the back. You'll see on the red mark at the back. Bring your right hand, push, step back and step off of the board. It's as simple. We step forward, I begin to fall forward, I push back, I step back to safety. You step left foot on the board, step, go, here, step off the board, and safety. I've just got to put this on pause because I've got to start a timer in a minute. Here we go again. Left foot goes up, I step, I begin to push forward. If you notice, my body stays there. I don't lean my body forward. My legs do the work. I push back, I step back off of the board and down. You can check your feet, watch your feet. So I'm here, I begin to go, keep your body in the middle, I push back, I'm here. A lot of the exercises we've done today have been side to side, and just feel free to just flow with me as I'm talking. Do your own speed of stepping. So again, a lot of the exercises we did today was single leg and side to side. This exercise is brilliant for working on the forward and backward motions of if I begin to fall. Now, Thursday, if I remember, I'm going to have to put this in my notes. I want to teach a way of being able to recover from leaning too far forward by moving the feet on the board. Last one, step up. Lean forward, push back, step off. Now, do this with me. Little shuffle going across the board. Small little step. And here we go. I'm going to move the board a little bit this way so you can see it. Right foot goes on the back. Left foot steps forward. I push back, I step off of the board, and I'm down. This is one of the scariest exercises that I think people have had from the feedback that we've had, because that feeling of falling forward is really scary. So to do that, keep your body up right here. Just push with the leg, keep your body in the middle and step back. And know that if you begin to go forward, push hard with that left arm and push your body back to the middle. And this is where we go back again to the strength of the toes. My toes have to be strong to stop me falling forward, which is why we do a lot of toe exercises. So we're here, push back. Let's go 3 more, because I know we did quite a lot on the other side. Push back. Again, use those toes of your left foot to feel the front of the board. My toes are strong. I push back, and I'm back in. And last one, here we go. Up, push back, and back again. Beautiful, fantastic. So, That takes us a little bit of the forward and backward motion. We'll do more of this on Thursday, but don't forget about Kathy's workout tomorrow. I think Kathy may be in a secret location. I'm not going to give anything away, but let's see if tomorrow, come in and see if you can guess where Kathy is. Okay, here we're on to the last part. We've got a 3-minute walk. I was talking with someone online, and I apologize for getting the names, but I get to talk to so many of you through this group page. So you're out walking, but you want to be able to walk for longer. This exercise is something you can do in your own at home and start building that stamina as you get stronger. So we're going to go a 3-minute walk. I'm going to put the timer up here. All you're going to do is put your feet on one and one and keep them moving for 3 minutes. Are you ready? Here we go. Step up on the board. You're on one and one. We got 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and start lifting and just walking. Now, some of you we know have done the 10-minute. We've never done a 10-minute walk, but we've done 10 minutes of exercises incorporating the walk. If you want to, you can go a little bit faster. A couple of reasons. One, we want you to increase your heart rate gently. There's no impact, but we're beginning to get that heart rate used to working a little faster, pumping oxygen quicker around your body and making sure that you're refueling and reoxygenating the muscles that are working. Now, if you want to go into a little run, all you have to do is lift your feet slightly higher off of the board and you're just rocking in here. Now, as I always say, and you'll hear in every video that I make when we're doing this exercise, let the feet be soft. Don't step up and down hard, just nice and easy. Have those feet so you're really going, if you look from the side, my feet are doing this. My toes are barely coming off of the board, but my heels are coming up. And look at my knees. As you see, my knees are leading the work of the foot, and then I'm gentle. As I bring them back down, I work through the toes to the heels. So if I want to go into a little run, I can go into this little run. There you go. We're 1 minute, 40 seconds left to go. If you feel tired, you want to stop, you can. If you want to go slower, because you're getting a little tired, you can. If you step in here, if you want to increase it, you can go a little bit faster. Working in here, great job. Keep going. This is the end of the workout, and this is our stamina builder. So when you go outside and just walk, see if I was to say, okay, now do this on the board, you'd be able to go much longer regularly because you've had a little challenge to push your cardiovascular system to oxygenate faster, and your muscles are working just a little harder. So when you go outside, you can last walking for longer and have confidence because you're going to feel comfortable. Here we go, 55 seconds. And as I tell the pro athletes that I train, you want to sit at the edge of your comfort zone until we really push. And so for all of you, you don't want to sit in the comfort zone middle. You want to fit in the edge of the top of the comfort zone. In other words, I'm challenging myself, but I'm not wearing myself down. And that comes down to being able to breathe fast enough that you can oxygenate your body and muscles. And watch what will happen. We're going to go at 25 seconds. The alarm's going to go off. Good. Can you go a little faster if you want to? If you're feeling good, you got a little energy, can you go just a little faster? Here we go. We've got 13 seconds left. I'm going to get into a little run here. My feet are soft. The sound is just the board touching the mat. Here we go. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Listen to the alarm. Now, just keep walking. Just lift your feet. Nice and easy. Just lift those feet and just walk. How comfortable and simple and easy does that feel compared to what you were just doing? Let me turn that off just for a second. We're just going to cool down with that little walk. So you're just here, nice and easy. This could be a regular walking pace outside. And notice how as you lift your leg, you feel comfortable even though the ground is moving and then ends up at a slightly off angle. So what I want you to do now, push with your right foot, step back off of the board, and now just lift your feet and walk. Now look, if I was here, look how much at the speed I'm walking, I would be outside just walking. I don't have to lift my feet that high, and I'm out at a nice pace, walking, taking in everything around me. Hopefully the fresh air and the beauty of the nature. You want to go on hikes. There's no rush to get to the destination, but there's certainly time to enjoy it. Good, bring your feet slightly shoulder width apart and just bend your right knee, bend your left knee. We're just rocking side to side. Going back to an exercise we warmed up with, we started at, which was just feeling the pressure in the feet. And we're just taking the energy down now. We're letting our heart rate come back to normal. And don't forget, water, if you want to grab some now, go ahead and grab it. Very good. What I want you to do, bring your feet together, move them back slightly from the board, keep your legs straight, and just drop your elbows down so you feel a stretch at the back of your legs. So simple, but so effective, because suppleness, mobility, everything is important for being able to get out. So we want to make sure we're stretching those muscles. Come and stand back up again. We're going to do it one more time. Just lift those legs a little bit. Feet almost together. Lean forward, keep your legs straight, and then bend those elbows. And if those elbows touch the poles, that's great. You don't want to be leaning back. You want to push forward. Good. And drop the head if you'd like. Good. And come and stand back up again. Good. Step slightly closer to the board. Take your right knee, lift it forward so your toe is on the ground, and just roll that knee out. Whew, that was a good workout today. Take the left leg, just roll that knee out, keep the toe on the ground, the heel is off the ground. So we're just rolling it around. There you go. Back to the right leg, take it out first and roll it in. Keep the toe on the ground. Feel those toes. I go from my little toe and I roll it to my big toe. Roll to my little toe, roll to my big toe. And left leg, out little toe, rolls to the big toe. Little toe rolls to the big toe. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to get all those toes working individually so they're strong enough when they have to work as a team. There you go, good. Shake those legs out. Now what I want you to do now is take your right hand, hold onto the board, push it to the left. I might adjust my body a little bit now. Bend your knees and slide your hand down and see if you can pull that knee up. Just a little balance in there. Good, and let it go to the ground. We go to the other side. I adjust a little bit. Left hand goes to the left thigh, goes down. I lift my knee, and I just want to see if I can pull a little bit. If you can pull all the way up and stand up, that's great, but just a little bit of that flexibility is awesome. Push the board to the side, feet come across, bend your knees, right hand slides, bring that knee up through your hand, little bit of a pull in here. Good, put it back down again. Push the board to the other side, adjust your feet so you feel centered. Left hand on your left thigh, lift the knee up. Grab and just pull, feel that little stretch. Great job, bring it back down. Last exercise, just take your right ear to your right shoulder. Take your hands down if you feel comfortable. Bring it to the middle. Just take the left ear to the left shoulder. Bring it back up. Right ear, really slow, really gentle. Now when you're here, take your left hand and try and push it down your thigh without bringing it in. You'll feel more of a stretch down the side. Bring your head to the center. Left ear goes to the left shoulder as far as you can without straightening. Don't overstraight it. Now take your right hand and push it down and feel the extra little stretch down your trapezius muscles through here. There you go, good. And bring it back to the center and roll those shoulders out. There you go, good. And roll it forward. Good. Just shake them out. And great job. Grab your water. Make sure you have your water because we came off of a cardio workout straight into the cool down. And really, hey, Leonard's here. Leonard, great to see you. I hope it's not just Leonard, I hope it's your grandma that's on there. For those of you that are here that saw Leonard's video of his grandma, 93 years old, doing the bag lift up there and showing what an example she is. So thanks so much for being here, Leonard, and love to your grandma. So going back here, Man, so many of you have shown up today. It's incredible. People I've never spoken to before. There's Linda Burke, and Leslie, and Wanda, and Sharon, Claudia, Kimberly. Thanks for saying yes, you could see me. That was a little, it said that I was no longer connected to the internet for a second. So Bob Schrader, all good, thanks. Beth Walker, great. That your short-term goal here is to do that exercise without holding on, and that's great. Little progressions lead to big strides. I love that. Kirk, we're still here. Betsy, thumbs up. Terry, yes, I see you. Julie, good to see you. Great, and we'll respond. We'll talk more. Thanks so much. Donna, Beverly, Leah, Leonard, and Chad. Thanks so much, Chad. Thank you so much. I'm glad it was a great workout. Again, these are the basics. This is the simpleness. I am so confident because I've seen so much success, and the success stories you give me and share with each other is incredible. The motivation that we have coming back and forth and support for each other, especially in these times where sometimes we feel alone or feel like we've been left on our own to figure out how to get ourselves better. It's beautiful, these stories, and I know the exercises we did today are critical, even if you've got good balance, to maintain and keep that messaging from the body to the brain and reacting. It's critical. Autumn, I'm glad it was a great workout. It's great to have you here. That was your first workout. Great memory. Don't forget to keep drinking the water as well, but thanks for getting through that workout. Kirk, thank you so much as well. Always so consistently here. There's some of you guys that have been with me since almost day one, so thank you so much. Don't forget tomorrow's workout. Terry, great to have you here as well, and thank you. I'm glad it's a great workout. Yeah, exactly, Diana. You know, how many people, I've seen so many people that have written in or said when they saw Bob do it on the video, it looks so easy and it can't be that good. But when they try it, it's like, this is a lot harder than people think it is, because it really is about reaction and feeling where your pressure points are that sometimes we take for granted. And so it's awesome. Like you said, it may be simple, but it's not easy. And the truth is, it never becomes easy. It just becomes where you react quicker, and so you find your thing, but you have to be integrated and aware. And the beautiful thing is, when you do these exercises, it does become subconscious. Think to the days when you were at the highest level of your athletic ability. You never thought about it. It's because the messaging was so good. We want to get back to where you get to, where you don't think about it, you react. It's still a workout, or it's still a muscle integration. But when you get back to just reacting and not thinking, you're back to living, which is great. Beth, I'm glad you agree. Whatever you're agreeing with, I agree with you. But I think all the comments here are fantastic. Bob, thank you very much. If you look in the back over here, you'll actually see, you can see my wheelchair that I have there. I'm going to be doing some more wheelchair workouts, which are also chair workouts. Don't get confused because it's a wheelchair, it doesn't work in a chair. I do it to the highest level rather than having to do two separate workouts of the same thing. So I'm going to be doing some more of those in there as well, because we want to help everybody. And I've seen, watch out for the newsletter coming out. It will be out probably tomorrow morning, maybe Thursday morning, but coming out where there's a special offer in there for friends that you may have as well. So Bob, great. Thank you so much for being here. Great workout. Don't forget, Kathy is back tomorrow, 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And I want you to try and guess what location she's in. It's not going to be her house unless she's, changed something going on. But we're showing the versatility of the board. So if you want to leave messages today, have a guess where you think Kathy is. It's where's Waldo? We're going, where's Kathy? I know she had a great first workout, and I know she's excited and really done a bunch of preparation for tomorrow's class. So have a great rest of the day. Thank you all so much. Love to you always. And feel free to leave messages, and I will see you soon. I'll be back Thursday, Kathy tomorrow.